There's a silver lining in every cloud. That situation with my ex, him cheating on me, me getting embarrassed, me catching him cheating on me, I had to go through that. See, sometimes in life, you might be like, why did I go through that? And you might get really depressed, really down. But you have to understand, everything is a learning tool. I had to go through that because what did it teach me after? Let me tell you what it taught me after. It taught me to be okay with being by myself. It taught me that I don't need to accept just anything just so I could say that I'm with somebody because I don't want to be alone. I got okay with being alone. I got to understand, okay, I need to love myself and I need to take space. I need some space to think about everything that happened. I also took that time to release all the anger that I had towards him. Cause it just happened. I was angry. So I released that anger. It didn't happen right away, but I released the anger. Another thing I did was take accountability. I had to realize, okay, he was allowed to get away with this for who knows how long, because there was things I turned a blind eye to. So in the end, when you do stuff like that, you get what you get, okay? And I got what I got. But I took that time and I healed, I released the anger, and I told myself, if my next relationship happens, it will just happen. I'm not forcing anything. I'm going to take it slow. I'm going to just get to know that person completely. Again, you don't get to know someone completely, but what I mean is I'm going to take my time. And that's what I did. It didn't happen right away, but when I wasn't looking for it, I met someone. And we took it slow. Matter of fact, we talked on the phone for so many months. My family was like, when are y'all gonna go out on a date, like an actual date? And it was funny because, we talked about it and we're like, it'll happen when it happens. But during that time, we just enjoyed talking to each other on the phone. He's telling me about his family, I'm telling him about mine. And then finally we had our first date. But when we finally met up, there was no nervousness. We didn't talk about our exes to each other, because I do believe when you're healing and when you've healed, you don't need to bring baggage into the next relationship. So it was a fresh slate for us. So our first date was great. It was beautiful. We went to this museum, and when we got there, they were cleaning up from a wedding. It was premonition, by the way. So they were cleaning up from a wedding, and we were, I think, the only people on that tour that day. It was an Underground Railroad museum. And we were the only people. And that day was just magical. And I will say this, after that first date, we went on continuing to learn about each other. Eventually, we did have a discussion of just our past, but not like, oh, this person did this to me, this and that. And it just was like, oh, I've been in, some relationships, but not blaming or bad-mouthing people, because that's not what it's about. You're trying to grow with that next person. You don't need to drag drama into your relationship. So me just learning from my last relationship and me getting hurt in my last relationship honestly prepared me for my new relationship. And I have to say, God works, because after 6 months of dating, he proposed to me. And we'll be married going on 6 years. What I have to say to you is sometimes you will waste so much time with the wrong person that you're blocking your blessing from the right person. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And also reflect on your past, but don't bring your past with you into the next relationship.